That's one of the reasons why the Texas Blockchain Council exists, the organization that I started.
See that segue there?
Yeah. No, we fight those regulatory battles. Like we liaise with the governor and the legislators in Austin and even some in D.C. as well, because really the risk is D.C., right? Because the IRS, the Treasury, and the central bank are federal institutions.
So have state and federal government agencies indicated that they'd like more control?
There is a concern that there could be a central bank digital currency in the United States. Now, central bank digital currencies aren't necessarily bad on their face, but if you use them for financial surveillance, they are bad. So it's possible that the U.S. could create a central bank digital currency that respects people's privacy, that does this, that does that. It's unlikely, and that's why our industry association is cautious about supporting central bank digital currencies in the United States, because regulators want control, and they may even not want it for bad reasons. Maybe they want control for good reasons, but still their drive for control is going to limit privacy and increase this authoritarian trend that we've been on.
If you're trying to gain more control,
it's problematic.
Yes, 100%. That's not what it's about here.
Yeah. And that's counter to the sort of the American ethos, right? And the Texas ethos for sure.
Yeah. A lot of things happening right now are counter to the American and the Texas ethos. But, I digress.
So we are against any kind of central bank digital currency that would give the central bank and the United States, the Treasury and the IRS, so much financial surveillance over the people that even if it wasn't used for negative purposes, it would cause like this chilling effect on freedom, right? And eventually, someone would get in there that would use it nefariously and like a dictator. So that's why we've got to stop the slow, slippery slope of power that's centralizing in D.C., and crypto is one way to do that.
So government, a lot of times when they want to grab power, they use fear. Right, so you're familiar with the Silk Road story, obviously.
Sure.
A couple movies have been made about it, a couple good ones, a couple really bad ones. If you want to kind of learn about how it can be used for bad stuff, that's a good book to read, and that's a good story to follow. But that is the prevailing example, right? This black market, and you can anonymously buy drugs or people or guns or whatever, right, on the deep web with crypto.
Right.
That's gotta be...
That's the marketing spin that people that don't like it put on it, but in reality, people still use cash. People be using cash and gold for those kinds of things, because you can't KYC gold and cash. It's a bearer asset. Yeah. For hundreds of years, and for thousands of years with gold, for hundreds of years with cash.
Yeah, I can sell you a gun illegally.
Yep.
You'll give me $2,000 for this AR-15, and then I can go over here. I can buy a brick of coke, and I can go sell that, double or triple my money.
Yep.
Go buy a bunch more guns, do it all again, and that's what gangs
and
and
you don't
organized
need crypto
crime's
for
been
that.
doing. Yeah, you don't need crypto for that. The only reason why it became so scary, right, is because you could just do that from the comfort of your laptop,
right,
sitting in your slippers.
And we advocate for the Department of Justice and the FBI and the different agencies to, we a lot of our member companies actually support these agencies in their pursuit against, terrorists and drug traffickers.
Yeah, and human trafficking.
And a lot of that is getting rooted out. It was just at first, for the first couple of years, these law enforcement agencies didn't know how to track it. Yeah. And now they partner with private sector companies, and they can track down a surprising amount, not everything. But if these criminals if they're incredibly brilliant, probably can't track them down, right? They put their money in a tumbler, they put it in a cold storage wallet, their Bitcoin in cold storage. Maybe there are some cases where no matter how good the DOJ and FBI are, they can't track it down. But in most cases, same as to be said with cash, right? Most nefarious activity in the world today still happens with the U.S. greenback, a physical dollar. In fact, the CIA director 2 years ago, actually this is about a year ago, estimated that there's more nefarious activity in the traditional banking sector than there is in crypto. Now, that was not true in the Silk Road days, 2011, 12, 13, 14, that time frame. But in 10 years, the government has gotten really good And they partner with some really smart people, and we support that. We support rooting out bad actors.
Yeah.
You just got to have those like demarcation lines where we don't support like deep state financial surveillance like the Chinese are going to do with the digital yuan.